Hey everyone, Kyle Arsenal. And today I just want to talk about a tip for an exercise that has become pretty mainstream in a lot of strength and conditioning programs, that being the single leg hip thrust. Just like any other single leg activity, you hear a lot of times about a valgus of the knee or a caving in of the knee. To me, the caving in of the knee actually starts and stems with the hip. So if the hip isn't in position correctly, or if the hip is moving and pivoting, then the knee is really at a loss right away. So what I mean by that is if you're going for a single leg activity, but that hip shifts open and out, your knee is now relatively in respect with that hip. So you're in that valgus kind of angle. So what we want to make sure we're doing is that we're pushing that hip in, keeping everything squared up, whether you're going for a reverse lunge or any other step ups or anything of that nature in a single leg stance. And with that, what I see a lot with the single leg hip thrust is that we want to take that same concept into the hip thrust. And a lot of times it's missed by athletes, clients, fitness professionals, and coaches alike. So what I mean by that is that if you're doing the hip thrust with the shoulder elevated, what I like to end up doing is actually having my athletes bridge up first with both legs and then remove that foot. Because what happens a lot of times is when that foot removes, you'll see the hip shift out, and then they'll produce that single leg hip thrust from that hip out position, which is no good. Again, we want to make sure that that hip is in line and that knee is straight forward. Okay, so again, what we want to make sure with that single leg hip thrust is that we're bridging up first, removing that leg, and then going to work, keeping that hip in, not allowing that hip to shift out. You should feel more glute activity working that way, and it's also giving you proper alignment, which is going to carry into other single leg activities, again, such as your reverse lunge, step ups, any other single leg activities. So take that tip, try to apply it to that exercise, and you'll see some better results.